It's the yin and yang of running a business. There's a lot riding on your shoulders. On the other hand, when you pull that off, it's rewarding. My father always taught us, there's 5 children, and he taught all his kids to work for themselves. So there was no go build your resume to go to work for a big corporation. It was, learn all you can while you're young and start your own business. My first business was to cut everybody's yard in the neighborhood that didn't cut their own yards, and the next thing you know, I had 16 yards in the neighborhood. And so that was my first enterprise as an entrepreneur. Never knew what the word meant at the time. All I knew was someone was willing to pay me to work. My father's business was a distribution company that distributed plastic bags. And we had a large customer, I won't mention the name, but it's a very large local tire manufacturer. And we supplied film to that operation, and there was a significant quality problem. And called in the vendor, we sat down with a lot of engineers in a big large room, and the vendor was lying through his teeth. And it really made me mad to the point where I started researching how I could make this film for myself. From that, I started researching the industry and felt like there was a niche to make plastic film. And it wasn't a family venture. I raised the money through local investors, and that was back in the 1996-7 time frame. When I got into my own business, I was very passionate about the customer, because we didn't have customers, we wouldn't have a business. And I was very passionate about our employees, because we didn't have good employees, we wouldn't have good customer satisfaction. And we've used not only Greenville Tech, but the tech system in training our employees at ISO. And they're a huge asset, especially to the Upstate and the whole state. We have a very unique technical college system that supports manufacturing and industry in a significant way. As this area continues to grow, there's a larger and larger need for the students that graduate and come through Greenville Tech. I don't know anybody who's been successful in business that didn't have some, horror stories or downturns that they had to live through. You just gotta be tough. You gotta be persevere, and you gotta have a fallback plan. I mean, what are you gonna do if A doesn't come through? What's the B plan? My wife started with me when we started ISO. She was right there. She was my accountant. She was my, alter ego. She kept the book straight. And like I used to say, I needed somebody I could trust to keep up with the money. And of course, being the son of an entrepreneur, it's very important. My father was very important, and mother, in the development of what I am today. And then now I'm teaching my son the same thing. So that's kind of the legacy of not just business, but life.